Hello everybody and welcome back. I just want to talk to you about a few things before we get to the subject that I want to talk about. So, for those that know, I've been talking about how I've been wanting to get a couple of VTuber parents on here and us kind of discuss what it's like being as a VTuber streamer parent. There's one person that I've talked to. She is up for it. I just have to let her know at a certain time when we're gonna do it. We're probably gonna start this after the New Year's though, because we are right here at the holidays and we're all kind of just busy with our kids. Still looking for one more person though that would be available to do it in the morning time. Now on to our next thing. So I've also not only have I been wanting to do something like that, like a talk show, but I've also wanted to be talking about like conspiracy theories, cold cases, things that have happened, where they are, if they've died, if they're still in prison, stuff like that. I still haven't thought of a name yet, and I'm still a little worried about it, but I was researching this one specific case. This was like about 7+ years ago, I want to say. But this was not far from my hometown. So we're going to be talking about the case of Susan Smith. So Susan Smith was a mother of 2 little boys. She was a wife, and as far as everyone knew, everything was good. But then she ended up having an affair. Now, during some point, the affair ended up going south. The dude basically told her, hey, I don't want to be a part of this relationship anymore because you have kids, and I don't want to be a dad / taking care of kids. So instead of her going through and having the divorce, which would have been 10 times freaking better, she did the unthinkable. One night she went out to John D. Long Lake and she ended up having her little ones in the back seat and pushed the car into the lake. She ended up coming up with this fake story about how this guy ran up to her, basically carjacked her, and took the boys. This whole thing would go on for about 9 days, and then finally she would come out with the truth. I truly believe that the father really didn't know. I understand when it comes to police investigations that parents also need to be looked at too, because there's been way too many cases where something has happened and it's the parents' fault. I totally get that. My heart goes out to this man because I truly felt that he didn't know, that he was just going by what she was saying.
Being taken care of, and that they are safe, and that they will return home safely.
I want to say to my babies that your mama loves you so much, and your daddy, these whole families love you so much, and you guys have got to be strong because you are. I just know, I just feel in my heart that you're okay.
What? You know what happened? What?
But you gotta take care of each other.
This woman, And let me just say, I did watch the live stream where she was up for parole. This woman should not have been up for parole. She should just still be rotting in prison. Good news though, she was denied. I will say that she was denied. But it felt like when I was watching the first videos of her like speaking with the crocodile tears, like it looked legit. It seemed legit. But as it goes through and you start watching more videos of her talking to the newscast and all that, you start to realize something isn't right. Something is off. And it's just crocodile tears. And that's basically how it felt the same way when she was giving when she was basically just talking to these judges for parole. Why she feels like she should be eligible for it, that she made amends, she will never do anything like this again, da 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 da. She even became friends with, I guess he's like a pastor or a priest or something that works at the prison. Now don't get me wrong, but it seemed like he was just trying to put on a show, because he was just talking about how bad these prisoners are to her, how they're like saying, "Mommy, why'd you do this?" and all this other stuff, all the happen and all that. Like, personally, she deserves it. She shouldn't have done it. She should have never have done it. And then we got to hear the father's side of the family. Well, father's side of the story, sorry. And then his family. And it was heartbreaking. Even, I believe it was 2 of the prosecutors were there too. They spoke up. Then there was another gentleman. I don't think he was the one that pulled the vehicle out, but he was there to watch the vehicle get pulled out. And it was just heartbreaking. It's very heartbreaking to hear strong men up there weep and have to take moments for themselves. But she hasn't even reached out to him to apologize and try to ask for forgiveness and all that stuff. Personally, I would never even give her forgiveness. But in the end, like I said, good thing, she was denied. The only bad thing is that she'll be eligible for parole in probably another 2 to 3 years, which means this family will be going through the whole process again. Personally, like I said, she shouldn't be eligible. She should rot in prison and keep going through the stuff that's happening. I mean, you can't feel sorry for someone like this. She took 2 beautiful little souls. And that's where she needs to stay. She just needs to deal with all the crap that's coming her way, because she deserves it. She doesn't deserve anything good. And it just drives me crazy that you would do something like this for a possible relationship with somebody. No. It's just easier to go through with the divorce and, you know, make it to where you can see your kids. If he doesn't want to have kids, though, you should have been, okay, well, I guess I'll just get the divorce and go my own way. No. She had to do the unthinkable. Anyways, that is my whole thing on that. I did eventually ended up going out there to John D. Lake. I ended up discovering that there was another family that ended up losing, I think it was like a couple kids and a couple adults, because they went out there to see the big memorial thing that they have out there. I believe the father is the one that set it up. I got to go out there and see that. I got to see the little toys that they left for Michael and Alex. But it's sad. And I will say this, if you go out there, it's a weird feeling. It's a very weird feeling. Like, I don't know how to explain it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I know this wasn't very long. This is still something new to me and I'm excited about, and I hope I did good. So until next time, bye everybody.